So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another video of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 EPs for the year 2023. So, we already know that there's been a ton of albums, but sometimes EPs get overlooked. But there's some EPs that I think stood out this year, and I'm going to talk about these 5 EPs. They're all very different in many ways. So let's start with number 5, with a band that has been having a lot of buzz the last few years, and I'm talking about Spiritbox, and the EP is called The Fear of Fear. And on this new EP, Spiritbox keep on doing the sound that they have with Eternal Blue. Courtney LaPlante sounds great. I love it when she sings. I like that this band can play the gent style harder, like vocals that are harsher, but also can do that melodic, clean singing. And I think this band still has to reach a higher ground. I know that they can do better. This is very solid EP, very good, but I still think that the best things from Spiritbox are coming in the future. I know a lot of people might dismiss this band as a it's not like true metal or it's so popular that people dismiss it, but this is a great EP and I really enjoyed it. Musically and production wise, this sounds great. So I think it's a great addition, and I can't wait for a true follow-up to their last album, which actually made my top albums of the year that year. I can't remember the number, but it was on my list. So coming in at number 4, this is a band that it's a newer band. It's called Memory Drip, and it has one of the members is in Teenage Wrist. So this is very alternative, grunge sounding, a little bit of shoegaze in it, but more in the grunge alternative side of things. And I think this EP sounds great. There's my favorite song of this EP is called Flowers. It's just a beautiful track. It's very lush, and they have a lot of layers for a short EP of like 26 to 27 minutes. And I think it's very promising. And I like it that it does not sound like Teenage Wrist. It has its own personality because I don't want it to sound exactly like that other band. So yeah, Memory Drip, self-titled EP, great EP, do not sleep on it. So coming in at number 3, this is a band from Puerto Rico, which I actually interviewed on the channel. They're called Light the Path, and the EP is called Momentum. This is the EP release party that they had back in October. And this is a metalcore band, but it's very melodic metalcore. On this EP, they sing in Spanish. They have an EP and some songs before this which were in English, if you want to check them out. But just because it's in Spanish, you shouldn't shy away from it. It's great. The music videos for this EP are great. They have 2 music videos that I would really recommend for you. There's Momentum and there's Cicatrices. Great. Both of them are great. And I like Octavio's vocals. I think he's got like that vocal style that really reminds me a little bit of like a Killswitch Engage at times. So yeah, like The Path, Momentum, a great EP. Do not sleep on that EP. So coming in at number 2, I have an EP from an album that's a pop punk band, and it's called Real Friends. And the EP is called There's Nothing Worse Than Too Late. And I stumbled upon this band because I interviewed the guitar player from Workers, and we talked about pop punk, and he told me, have you listened to Real Friends and the song 6 Feet? And I'm like, no. And I checked it out, and it's in this EP, and that song is just an amazing song. If you haven't heard it, it's one of the best pop punk songs of the year, and it's all about not being remembered after you're 6 feet underground and died. Like, you have to tell your friends that you love them. Very similar to that Blink 182 One More Time, but faster song. And this song came out first. So I wonder if Blink 182 was inspired by this band. But yeah, there's other great tracks on it. It's very great EP. and I really like this band. So now I'm a fan of Real Friends. So that's why I have it as my number 2 on the EPs of 2023. So coming in at number 1, this EP should be a surprise to no one because this band actually was my number 1 artist in my Spotify Wrapped. So I'm talking about the band Soft Cult, and the EP is called See You in the Dark. And this is a great EP. I can't state this enough. Soft Cult is a band that has a lot of like grunge elements, but a lot of like shoegaze and dreamy shoegaze. The band is two sisters, and they're great, and they tackle some very great deep themes in this EP. For example, the song "Dress" is all about like a woman going out at night and being dressed in a way that someone would violate that. So it says there's a great part in the line that it's a dress is not a fucking invitation. So great, but there's also some other great tracks like Drain, Spoiled. This is just an amazing band that I can't get enough of. So I wanted to include them since this is an EP. If this would have been an album, I'm hands down know that this would have been in my top 5 of the year. But since it's an EP, it's my number 1 EP of the year, Soft Cult with See You in the Dark. So I want to know from you guys, which EPs did you like this year? I want to know, comment. And if there's an EP that probably I haven't listened to, send it my way because I always like to discover new music. So coming up next on the channel, I have my top 20 is counting down from number 10 to 6, and that's coming up next Friday. And also next Sunday, my top 10 honorable mentions for the year 2023. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to give me a like. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.